Good evening, everybody. What's going on? This is your boy G. This is Trading G's with G here on YouTube. All my return subscribers, thank you for pulling up. Appreciate you returning. For all my new subscribers, I appreciate y'all showing love. I think I got about 6 or 7 subscribers in the last couple weeks since I put out my last video on GameStop. So much love. Welcome to the channel. For those of y'all that don't know, I like to cover different stocks periodically, which needs to be more often. And I do day trading and swing trading with options trading in the stock market. So I mess with the S&P 500. I mess with the Dow 30. I mess with the NASDAQ 100. And I mess with meme stocks as well as growth stocks. So today, this one's going to be controversial. Obviously, you've seen the thumbnail. All jokes aside, once again, the former President Donald Trump was nearly assassinated. At least this time, no shots were fired at him. I'm sure everybody got the news now of what happened. I'm going to briefly go over that towards the end of the video. Right now, I'm going to talk about the chart work. Right here is a day chart. And this Trump stock is ticker symbol DJT. So the first shooting happened over the weekend in July. I believe it was on July 13th. And this caused the stock to go crazy. It spiked in pre-market that Monday morning on the 15th. And it started tanking down. And it's been going downhill ever since then. What I want to show y'all is a couple trades that I took on this stock. So as you can see, this downtrend has been going on ever since the shooting, like I said, that happened in July on the 13th. Since the 15th of July, it's been tanking down, and you see this downward flag pattern. I'm going to talk about 2 trades that I took. One was last week. I believe on the 10th, it was the day before the debate. Actually the day of the debate, I believe, the day before. And one that I actually took this week. So I'm going to zoom into the 5-minute time chart. Just bear with me, y'all. All these green and red lines that you see, these trend lines, red is for pretty much puts, and the negative obviously in green is for calls. So I like to draw trend lines like this because these are trend lines that are major. This stock has hit these trend lines numerous times previously, and it shows a lot of support and resistance. As for the blue trend lines, I like to use those for like my different patterns, as you see the flag pattern. So let me talk about this trade that happened just on Monday, and I'm gonna give y'all some free game on why I lost this trade. So my risk reward management on this one was 1-to-1, nothing crazy. This was a put option. I knew this was gonna go down after everything that went down with this assassination attempt again that happened this past Sunday. So I got in pretty early, and like right when a little bit after the market opened. I'll say like 6:35, 6:40-ish. And it was consolidating for a while. It was going back and forth. It was starting to come down. So this candlestick right here, I really thought I was gonna keep tanking down. So I thought I was gonna get an easy payday. Wasn't the case. It started going up here to this resistance bar that I made, because the day before it stopped over here and it bounced up. So over here I was getting nervous. I thought I was gonna bounce and pass through instead of ricochet and started consolidating. Then it came on down, and I was thinking, okay, I won the trade. Wrong. I actually lost like $10. So I'm gonna go over why possibly, most likely, I lost this trade, despite you seeing that it's in my reward section in the green, and it's because of the Greeks. So I immediately got out. I like to scalp with a certain budget. If I had big money, I'll obviously hold and take more of a risk, but I don't really like to do that with the Donald Trump stock. Is very, very choppy, it's streaky, it goes up $1, down 5 the next day, and I'm not trying to put too much at risk. But anyways, I'm gonna show y'all big time traders how to move this stock. I'm trying to show y'all what I did. And the reason why this is also a mistake is because I'm trading in between these bars. I'm gonna show you a better trade that I took last week. So obviously I missed out on some profits over here, but you never know what's gonna happen. This is the trade last week that happened right before the debate, and this was a call. It was going out of the zone. Anytime you see a downward type of flag pattern, it's eventually gonna bust out and turn bullish, and that's exactly what happened here. And I got a quick little scalp. One contract, it wasn't much. I think I only made like 15, 20 bucks. It was my first time ever trading the stock last week on the 10th. And as you can see, I could have made a tad bit more money, but look what happened. We went right back down for the rest of the day. And then that very next day, we get back to the day chart. That very next day, it tanked because of that debate that they had. So this is the trade I just showed y'all right over here, right here on the 10th. So I got in, made some money, and it dipped down. I actually took Friday off, which was a huge mistake. Well, not really. It was my girlfriend's birthday. But trading wise, because of all the days I take a day off, now the Trump stock wants to go out the zone and bounce way up here. And you see its resistance line to hit this line on the 29th of August. So you always got to draw your trend lines. This is how you prevent yourself from getting wrecked. It gives you more territory, more zones, so you can be in and out of trades or take a risk and hopefully it busts out in your direction. So on Friday, I could have made some money again, probably more. Who knows? So that's type of stuff I'm trying to tell y'all, that it's no big deal if you miss out on some trades. There's always going to be another opportunity. And now what I'm realizing is making me a better trader. I'm not going to trade unless it comes out of this zone again, or if it tanks out of this zone down here, which it almost did last week, because this was the aftermath of the debate. So that's just some free game for y'all. Let me see. I'm gonna type in Donald Trump stock real quick. I'm gonna show y'all the options chain. I'm gonna show y'all the mathematical numbers with the Greek I was talking about. So you may be thinking, damn, G, how come you not really making no money off that stock? And I just did some little reviewing, some little research on stuff I already know, but I'm not gonna say I'm mastering all this, but I know good enough now that it's gonna make me better in the future. So you look at these Greeks right here. Obviously, your delta and your gamma is what gets you paid. So for every dollar, you're gonna make or lose around 55, and after the first dollar, you're gonna get an extra 15 or lose an extra 15. Of course, it's just ballparking. Nothing is accurate. And then theta is the amount of money you approximately lose per day, which would be about 18 bucks the longer you hold a contract. This right here, Vega, whenever there's increased volatility, this will go up. So the implied volatility is what you have to look at for Vega. I was looking at it and it's pretty high. When I got in on that contract last week when I should have won, it was at over 200%. And the one I got into just on Monday was around like this, around 180-ish, 190-ish. And to my assumption, this Vega went down into the negatives. Whenever the implied volatility goes down with a contract, and if this hits the negatives, if you get some kind of a gain and there's no match or balance with the implied volatility, you're gonna get value taken out of your contract. And every single time you buy a call or a put option, you automatically lose about a couple dollars in intrinsic value. So think about that. You lose intrinsic value from the jump. That's part of the game. And you want to catch this Vega at least over 1 or 2. The higher the better, obviously. The lower the worse. So now I know that if I'm going to get into any type of meme stocks like AMC, GameStop, as y'all know, you got to pay attention to the Vega. It's really important, as well as the volatility. It's the reason why these two are literally aligned. So yeah, now this is financial advice. Don't listen to a dreadheaded YouTuber unless you do your research first. If you get wrecked, it's on yourself, not me. Just take my words with a grain of salt, a grain of sugar, whatever it is. But just know that I got y'all best interests, and you have to trade very strategically and carefully. So right here is the chain on bar chart as far as the volume and the open interest. So this week, all the contracts expire on my cousin's birthday this Friday on the 20th. Shout out to all the Virgos out there. You guys are rolling deep. God damn. But yeah, it's about 50-50. People feel like it can go either way, obviously. Who knows what's going to happen now that the assassination suspect was caught and he's now detained. People were shorting this week. And going down the line, more people are going to continue to short this, it looks like, right over here in October. And first week in November, really nothing. This is going to be around the week after the election. People are betting that this is going to tank. And you just never know. Anything can happen in this market. So, as most of y'all know, this happened this past Sunday in West Palm Beach, out in Florida. It was on Donald Trump's golf course, and his spot that he owns, the Mar-a-Lago, is not far, about 15 minutes from it. So he's most likely staying over there in one of his luxurious rooms in that massive property. The gunman that was saying that he had an SKS semi-automatic, that's a Soviet Union automatic gun. That's in the AK-47 family. This dude was not playing. Trump was lucky. I'm going to show y'all why in a minute. 300, 500 yards is far away, but they're saying that he got away and he left a couple scopes. He was hiding out in the bushes. He had a muzzle on the gun, so this guy was just going to snipe him silently in stealth mode. Guy ran from the bushes into his black Nissan SUV. He ended up getting caught on the I-95. And right here is a visual. So the golf course is where he was at. His spot is right over here. Suspect got caught going northbound on the I-95, going down. They were saying that he was playing on hole 5, and the suspect was over here in the bushes, right across the water. I'm not going to get into too much about this dude. His name is Ryan Routh. He has a huge criminal history of having firearms. In this case, he had unregistered firearms, so this guy was obviously trying to do a hit and get away with it, obviously, like any other gunman or hitman out there. So they was saying he was on hole 5. If he would have walked over here to hole 6, we could have seen another president dead. God is really on this guy's side, Trump. I don't know how. I don't judge nobody, but man, this guy is really a cat with 9 lives. So those Secret Service agents found the suspect. They seen him. They started dumping on him, ran to the car, and he got away. So I want to end this video with saying that I do not support the Republican Party, nor do I support the Democratic Party. I believe they're not going to do anything for poor people, for lower, middle, or any type of middle, upper class people. Basically, if you're not rich, if you're not in a 35, 37% tax bracket, this election is not for you. And of course, Trump is a Republican. What people need to realize is that being the president of the United States, you don't have the most power. The executive branch is where he's under. Obviously, the legislative branch is Congress, the House of Representatives, and the Senate. Those people are the ones that are giving Trump and Kamala Harris these speeches to talk about. They're the ones that are planning the campaign for each party. And you want to vote? Sure. People look at me like I'm crazy. Baby boomers, silent generation people. I voted Democrat my whole life, and what's happened to this country? Nothing good. It's getting worse. What happens when Trump in office? Nothing good, getting worse. But people like to say, oh, he's going to get the stock market up. He's going to get the crypto up, all the money. No. Wall Street's going to do that. The big whales like himself that are buying all these stocks and cryptos are going to pump it. If you are not rich, those tax rates are not going to apply to you. But there are ways to finesse taxes, and we as Americans need to learn how to do that. Let's not count on any of these presidents. These people are crooks. All these politicians, all these congressmen and women are criminals that get away with stuff. I don't judge none of them. But the point I'm making is when we vote, it's an electoral college vote. It doesn't count 100%. Our population votes do not matter. It does not matter. We're voting for somebody in our state to represent the Senate and to represent the House. They're in the Congress and they vote for Trump. In my general opinion, like I said, I'm a Generation Y guy. I'm a millennial. This stuff is rigged. It's just like sports. It's just like sports betting. It's just like WWE. This stuff is written. Like Nas said, it was written. But that's it for y'all. Trade carefully. Like I said, this stock has a lot of volatility. You need drama in the stock. You need controversy. You need things to bounce up and down. You just have to look out and be careful. And like I said, like, share, and subscribe this. Until next time, this is Trading G's with G. I'm out.